So, hello everyone. Let's have a discussion class today. And before Instructor Martins joined the class, Instructor Martins said he will be on ground, but I don't really know. Maybe his network. So, I would like to hear from you. What did we learn on our last class? And so far, what have you achieved so far? Hello, hello, hello. Is there anyone in class?
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening. I don't know why you guys are mute. I just said something, so I need response from you.
Okay, last week we learned about what if analysis.
Okay, and I believe the what if analysis have done a lot for you, and you gain insight on the what if analysis.
Yes, yes, I did.
So favor and you, hello favor, is favor in class? Hello favor. Okay, so can you guys see my screen? Can you guys see
You
my
can.
screen?
Yes, yes.
So Jumbo, you're welcome to today's class. So Instructor Martins is back. So he will take the class now. So Instructor Martins, you are welcome. Hello, Instructor Martins.
No, I think I saw your slide. Can you just continue from where you stopped?
No, I just share my screen before you come. So I don't really know. You have to take the class. I have not
But
explained
I saw
anything yet.
tables on. Like, I don't know
Yes,
if you can just explain for us today now, because I'm
like
trying to work on my this thing. I don't know what's happening. I think my system is having issue. Yeah, sharing
wow.
the file management. I don't know what's happening to the file management here now. So I don't delay. I don't know. It's just kind of. I'm trying to resolve it, but don't know if you can just.
Instructor Martins, I told you I'm not too fine.
Okay,
I'm not
okay.
too
I'm coming.
fine.
Let me try. Okay. Guys, please just hold on. Give me 2 seconds. Let me try and resolve this. Okay. If you are with me, good evening, guys. If you are with me, please open your Excel, the former data sets we're working on. Okay, I think I've gotten my screen back now. Okay, you can open the former data set. I'll share my screen now. Okay, I hope you can see the screen now, which we have a data set here. I see. Yeah, this is the data set we worked with last time. when I stopped. Okay, so in tables, we're going to be talking about tables in Excel. So let me increase my volume and so tables in Excel. What are tables? Like we always hear about tables, tables, tables. Does anyone have any idea what table is? Table, table. Okay, nobody has any idea of what table is. Okay, so tables are used to connect cells in a range and put it into a fixed what? A fixed structures. So what table is? Table are what? Are used to connect cells in a range and put it into a fixed structure. The cells in tables ranges from where? The cells in table range shell the same formatting.
I'll give you some.
Okay, somebody likes to participate. Okay, Miss Favor, you can proceed. Okay, Miss Favor, your hands are up. You can proceed.
Hello?
Okay, you can proceed.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So I don't know, your screen is not moving.
Okay, yes, I've not yet, but is it displaying on your screen?
Yes, but you're not, it's just there, it's not moving.
Yes, I haven't done anything yet on it. I'm explaining what tables are.
Alright.
Okay. Okay, yeah. So table in Excel make it easier to structure and organize what? Data. So please somebody should unmute the mic. I think there are some. Okay. So table in what? Table makes it easier to what? Structure and organize what? Data. So I repeat again, table makes it easier to structure and organize your data. So it makes it easier to structure and organize data. So note below, the filter function is similar to a table. When we'll be talking about the filter function, is similar to what? A table. The filter can be better used if only function needed is to sort and filter what? Data. Please take note. The filter function can be used is similar to what? A table. The filter can be used like the function can be used if it's needed to what? To sort and what? Filter what? To filter data. So table connects cells in a range and puts it into a fixed what? A fixed structure. So tables are used to connect cells in the range, and they'll put it in what? In a fixed structure. In a fixed structures. So take notes. Table can be used to prepare data for what? For charts, because we're going to get to charts, how to visualize your data. I will tell you what tools we are going to be using to visualize your data on the next class, which will be very interactive, but bear with us today. So table can be used to prepare data for what? For charts. Okay. So table can be used to what? Prepare data for chart and what? Pivot table. So for example, table allows us to perform such function. Number one, you can take note, table allows us to perform such function. Number one, we have to sort and filter. Number two, formatting. Number three, auto filling. So I repeat again, table can be used to prepare data for what? For charts and pivot tables. So when we talk about we say we have tables allows for what? For option such as like it allows us to do this kind of specific thing. So what are the specific things table allows us to do? Number one, to sort your data, sort and filter what your data. Number two, formatting your data. Number three, onto filling your data. If you're with us at the very beginning of the class when we talk about data cleaning, when to clean your data, to fill your data, does anyone remember when we talk about filling data, sorting data, filtering of data? So this is where table comes in. So table can allow us to what? To sort and what? Filter those data. Number two, for formatting. Number three, for onto what? Onto filling. So what do you understand? What can you get? What can you grab by onto filling? You hear the word onto filling. So it's not a big thing. When you hear the word onto filling, means when there's something not there, it means please stress your brain on grammatical words on that. So onto filling, typically that is what onto filling does. To fill those to fill those data. To fill those data. So table can be converted back to range when we get to that point. So just write it down. Table can also be converted back to what? To range. So now today we are going to be working with our data. Remember when we worked with this data formatting, when we work with our data, who remembered? So when we worked with our data. But before we work with this data, I want to explain the options. Remember, we said what table can help us do. We said formatting, filtering, and what and the rest. So I'm going to, for example, formatting a range into a table. We all know what range is from A1 to what? I101 or 102 then when we stopped. So from 102, those are the range. So that has a range when we stopped at that range, when we talked about range. So when we talk about range. So for example, formatting range into a table, we give it a new form with a fixed structure. So if we're formatting a range into a table, we'll get to that into a table. It will give us what? A fixed structure. It will give us a fixed structure. We'll get to that, which is number one. So number two, converting a range to what? To table. So now do we convert range? Remember, we know range. Remember, everybody knows range from 1 to what? I102. We already know the range, meaning starting from here to where? The entire thing. Remember, I also told you to grab the everything, you need to press this place. But since we're working with the range from A1, right, or A2 to where? To I102 to 1I02 to 1I02. So we can use what? We can convert what? A range. So if we get A1, if we say A1 to what? To what? A A2 to, if we say A2 or B2, if we call it and we say B2, B2 range, B2 range to the rest, we will get from where? From the B2 to where? To I10 to I10, our database 101. We will get the full range. Then remember I told you we also clicking the entire cell when we talked about that. So we talked about clicking the entire cell. So we can convert what? A range to table. So now to convert what or to select a range to a table. So let's say A1 to, I'm not supposed, okay, A1 to what? So now let's choose. I want somebody here to tell us we want to select the entire what? The entire range here. Can somebody do it? Because I think we worked with it in the last Can someone explain the class how we do it? Because I taught you on the last class and I want you to be able to remember what I taught you. We want to select A1 Now we are selecting a range. Remember the step to creating a table. We can convert a range to what? A table. So now the first step, now we want to select a range. So we need to, now what we are trying to do here, we're trying to say from here, the first thing we got, right? From the first thing we got here. So from here, the first thing we got here, let me just feed this data. So from here, the first thing we got here, right? We want to select it from the date to where, from to the end of our data set. We want to select everything, this entire thing from the ending. So who can do it for us? Who remembered? Can just indicate, raise up your hand if you remember how to select, want to select all the range. So no one remembers. Hello guys. So no one remembers how to work with range, selecting a range. Hello guys, please, I would like you to participate so that I can know what is happening, because I think this to be like the third cohort or the third week. So you guys should have passed range, because I taught you range. So I will expect like somebody here should be able to know range. So it's really strange. Okay, nobody knows range. Okay. So I will proceed. So I will proceed. So now we'll be selecting the range from A1 to, I think you have to go and watch the first video of this entire class. From A1 to what? We are doing I102. I have to open my data set again. So we've selected the range from A1 to I102. Okay, it was too big, to I101. Let's select to I101. So A1 to I101. Okay, I think there's, okay, yes. Please, I hope you can see my screen. Oh, okay,
So I
I'm really
can't see
sorry.
your screen.
Oh, okay, I'm really sorry for that. Okay, so this is how to select a range. Remember, in the name box, you type your A1 to I101. Then when you click on it, we've selected. So if you have done this on your own system, please just indicate by raising up so I can proceed. If you're having technical difficulties, so if you have done it, if one person have done it, please just, you can raise up your hand, because there are no much time. Has anybody been able to fix his or hers? Because I don't want you left behind.
I'm back.
Have anybody be able to like fix theirs now? Because I want to proceed. I don't want you to be left behind. Okay, I guess maybe everybody has done that. So after selecting the range, now at the bottom here, we can see this thing here that say insert, right? It's called, we can see, use it as to insert what? A table most times. Or what you just do is you have to go to this, you click your insert at the top of your your ribbon, you click on your insert, it will bring out what? It will bring out different options. So now because we are working with what? Table, you have to click what? On your table in the ribbon. So there's still a shortcut to do that by clicking your control, pressing your control plus T. So if you click on ribbon, it will select the entire range then, and it will ask you the date. It says sometimes it will tell you, it will say the data for your table is in the following range, A1 to where range, whatever range you want to use, right? So yes, telling us where is the data for your table. It's telling us A1 to what? 101. My table has what? Header. You click on OK. So when you click on OK, what does it do? It creates what? It creates a table for you. So the range A1 to 101, right, which our database, which our data set has ended, already has what? An header. So what are headers? Remember, headers are the title or the subheadings, like the headings, or we can call them the headings that we give to each I call them each sections, or you can call them each columns. Yes, a column, right? So each columns of where? Of the entire data set. So here we have city, which has what? South Alanda and Graceford and West, so on and so forth. So as the same thing applies, customer name, which has the list of customers, Taylor Anderson, Jeffrey Parker, Michael Gross, like that. And we have price 1008, 600, 15, and we have various what? Operating system and the storage, RAM, and processor. So these are typically headers. This part of the code, this the RAM, the storage, operating system, price, customer name, and city name. So these are known as table headers. So when you hear the table has header, that's what it already mean. So when converting your range to table, it has header option that allows you to what? Create a dedicated header if you do not have already. So this successfully created yours. So if you have successfully created this, please indicate with me. Just raise up your hand if you followed us to if you followed me to create this right now. Raise up your hand so I can know. Okay, good. Someone has successfully done that. Which other person? I think we're not much here in the group, so I think everybody should have participated on this. So I should like get 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I should get like 5 replies now. What about the rest people? Mrs. Jumbo Joy and the rest. I think Favor, Abasi, and I think there's someone else. I hope you all have participated on this to understand it well. So I move. So I'll move further. So now we've successfully created the table in where? In our Excel. So this is typically the table. So now there's a problem now. What if we don't like this design, which we've already done, So how do we do a new design for it? So how do we fix that if we don't like the design given or being processed here? How do we do that? So that's what I'll be trying to take before the class ends. So okay, so table design. Now we have the default design, which is coming with a fancy blue I think a sky blue and a little mix of grayish color here, which you already have, which is fine. You can also use this if you want. But so tables can be customized. So now if you have a note, you can write it table design. So we are going to be talking about table design because we have done functions, we have done the major things on Excel. So we are going to be talking about table design. So how do you design your table to make it look nice and interactive? So table can be customized and styled in a few clicks. So what I mean that you can style it by just pressing one single button. With a button, you can style this design however you want it. Converting a range into a table give access to what? A menu called table design. So please take notes. I repeat again, converting converting of table. I have to fix this to I think yeah I101. So when we converted a table, when we converted this our range, our data set to what? A table, it gives us what? I said it gives us what? A table design. So we'll find a table design. Most times, if you check on this part of your screen, depending on the version of Excel you use, you see what is called table design. My own Excel is a different version. So you see what is called table design on yours at most times. Sometimes it will be somewhere here. Let me show you. You see it sometimes you see them here. So if you look closely, you see table design. At times it comes in at the top here. So you get what is called table design. So in your table design, it has what? The resize option, the remove duplicates. You can resize an option, remove duplicates, and I have to check this version of Excel to see where this table this thing is hiding. This table design. If you check on yours, you might see that, or most times there's a shortcut like I told you. If you click on the bottom, at times also you see your table design at the bottom of this place. I think here sometimes it comes the table design. You see option like resizing, remove duplicates, and so many things. There you see remove your duplicates, remove some of all those things, duplicates. Which other thing do we have? Convert to range, banded rows, and so many things we have depending on how we want to do it. So we have, so take notes. So the commands we have in your table design is number one, the resize option to resize the size of the table. We have the resize, have the remove duplicates, convert to range. We have the style and the branded row and formatting. So in this, I think here there's a formatting here that has data bars, colors, and icon sets greater than. I'll teach you how we could use this, how we can use most of all these things. We are not in previous table yet. So table name, also we have table names. We have our table names. Also when you come, we have the table names. So what table names give you? You want to select the name of the table. You have many, like many possible tables. So you see stuff like table names also. So table resizing, like I tell you, is just like resizing the text. So this entire thing, what we can do, if you remembered on the first class, we can click on this thing. Then when we come to our test, our home, we can what? We can do what? A resize, right? If you remembered from the class, we can give it what? We can give them a size of what? 12, 18, a thing is too big, so we can give it a size. So let's say we are giving it a size of what? 14, depending on your eyes. So we can give it a size of 14, any size we want in our own. But what you have to do is what? Select the entire what? The entire table, then start designing. We can also give it colors also. We can also give them what? Colors, right? We can change the table colors to different type of colors here. So this is how to change the colors, some colors in table, but you have to select what? The entire what file. Then you have to come, you can come format as table. You can see light, you can see a dark gray. So depending what you want, if it's this orange you want, you can do that. Then you can also do anything, any color that fits or suits you, that you know it's okay for your project. You can also do something like this, green, anything you want. And you can also do that in your table. So we also have the format, cell row, organize sheets, rename sheets. So we also have that, and hide and unhide, fixed column, and that format cell, which I think okay also will be explained. So we talk about resizing the table, which we just did, resizing the resizing the table. So resizing the table. Okay, so resizing the table, which we just finished. I told you like some laptops you see table design depending on your Excel version that you are doing. Also, there's still other things you can do. You can also what? You can also drag and what? Drop your Excel project after selecting the table also to I101. You can also do drag and drop. So you come here to the extreme edge. Sometimes it's so you click on this button, so you can drag and what? You can drag it, resize it. You can drag to resize this. So if you resize this now, it has another column. We've added it to this other option. So we can also do that, dragging and resizing smaller cells also. Then I think there is still something also we can do also in the cell, removing duplicates. I think so removing duplicates, when we mean, if you're in that at the first class, when I talk about duplicates, when we have the same file name, so you can remove duplicates from your data set. Imagine you have a name that appears two or multiple times, the same name, the same address, the same system, and everything. So imagine you had the same name or the same row appeared two times or multiple times in your data set. So you can remove your duplicates, extra copies of your values. So in your table design, you will see what is called remove duplicates. In your table design, you see remove duplicates. In your table design, you see remove duplicates at times. You see clear and the rest. You see remove duplicates, and you can remove your duplicates from your table design. So we also have this thing. We also have yes, typically just remove duplicates. I think yes, remove duplicates. And what do we also have? I've talked about converting table to what? To range, right? Yes. So we have that also, and And that is all. Mostly table styling your table, giving it front. You can also give it font size. You can select and whatever you want. Is it area black? You can give the text something fancy or something nice. So you can give it something nice. So you can change the text of whatever you want to something nice. So if you have any question, you can ask. Okay, I guess there's none. Well, I think there will be an assignment. So, like the assignment, it's very easy. So you can understand how to work with table. So you have to look for a short database. So the database has to like contain like two multiple names, two multiple names. When I mean two multiple names, two the same rows. For example, it has two the same rows. Let's say this same thing appears two times. This first row appears at the second row the same time. So now you are going to go and research how to find your duplicates in your table. So you are converting that your Excel data set that I'm giving you that won't be long. You're going to convert it to what? A table using a range. You are going to convert it to a table using a range. Then after that, you are going to use your table or whatever means to remove duplicates. Remember, don't type the duplicate yourself. You are going to find if a function can remove duplicates, because I remember when I taught you that, or you are going to use table. But what I actually want you to do, table can remove duplicates for you. You have to research, how do I remove table from my Excel, the version of Excel I'm using. So your assignment now is to check, what version of Excel are you using first of all. Then you need to know what version of Excel can you research on to check if you can remove, because each version of Excel has different ways to check or to remove duplicates from table depending. Sometimes I'm not going to tell you that yes, it has just one particular way, but you are going to research and find how to remove duplicate file. So now this is a duplicate file, right? These two lines now are now duplicates. So now writing that function, I don't know how you are going to do it, but use table and remove this line by default. You are going to explain it to us on the next class. I think yes, if we had time, you are going to remove these duplicates, because that's one part of the data analysis work in Excel, to remove files, unnecessary files. So now let's say here, also here, Mac OS is empty. You are going to learn how to fill file using table, empty file, or remember how to use your normal function. You don't need to use table. If you can remember function, try to fill the empty file to match what? Linux. Write a function that matches Linux. And also, which other thing does table? Yes, so that's basically cleaning the file. Then if they are empty, if they are unnecessary files that you suspect, you are going to delete those files using command. So in your function here, there should be a function here for you to be able to delete, what? An empty, for you to be able to delete an empty data set. So if there's an empty row in any of these data set column, we have multiple empty rows, should be able to write a function that wipe out the entire number 6 line. And you're going to give me a reason why you dropped the data, or why you filled the data. So we know why there's filling or dropping. So you're going to explain to us why you dropped it and why you also fill it. So this a rough data set. This I want your data set to be like, I don't know if we'll give you a data set, but I don't think so. Find your data set. So these are empty what? Empty rows. So you get, so you are going to learn how to what? How to fill them. This is how I want you to do it. So there might not be Benjamin here. So you are going to learn how to fill those. You are going to learn how to fill those and remove those duplicates. For that's part of the major thing in what data analysis. Then please, on the next class, I think we should be having I think I think we should be having we should be able to presenting the data. That's data visualization, right? So for visualization, you are going to download Power BI for me. You're not going to be visualizing with Excel. Bam, bam. I don't want to see you visualize with Excel. I want to see you visualize with a powerful software. For that's what you'll be doing. So this is the Power BI that you're downloading. This is its Power BI desktop. So for the next class, not this week, I think, or I don't, I'll check the calendar, or maybe this week. I think, okay, we're having the next class Thursday due to the time of the cohorts of the week of the training. So you're going to be downloading this Power BI. This is Power BI. So Power BI is for visualization, advanced visualization. So you're going to be downloading Power BI. So we are going to be using Power BI to make
Okay,
our
Instructor Martin.
visualization.
Instructor Martins.
Yes.
This course do not entail Power BI for them. I think you can just go on treating just the basics on um, Excel. Okay, Power BI is for the advanced Python class. I don't want to introduce it to them.
Okay, no problem. So that's that. Actually, that for today's class. So we are done. If you have any question concerning the assignment or any other thing, you can ask. Okay, Mr. Moses, I think I'm done. You can.
Is there any question from you? Agugbemi and Favor. Is there any question? Is there any question?
The question is, good evening. Thank you, Instructor Martin. Please, can you take the assignment questions again? Because I don't understand.
Oh, okay. I said, oh, okay, don't worry. I'll be the one to give you a data set. I'll give you a data set so it can be easy, right? I'll send the data set to the group. So no, now what you are doing to that data set, please take notes. On that data set, you have to convert it like what we did. You have to convert the data set from a range to what? A table. I hope this part is clear now.
To convert from a range to a table.
Yes, that's number one. Then number two, you have to use the table, or I don't know how you are going to use any other things that you know how to use. In that data set I'll be giving you, that data set will not be clean. It will be a dirty data set, a rough data set. You're going to be able to fill that data set. Please take notes. You're not going to write it manually like this and be filling this. You're going to be able to fill that data set using what? Either function or what? Function or you're going to be using your table to fill it. Find a way. I don't want to give you the expo for it. You're going to find a way to fill it, but you're not going to find a way to fill it like manually, like typing to no, you don't do that. You're going to write either a function, find a way to do it that fills the whole data set to fill empty what? Empty cells or empty rows and columns. That's the third one. Then that data set is going to have most times an empty row. This is just for you to build yourself up. It's going to have some empty rows, some rough data. You're going to be able to filter that data, remove duplicates. So if there are amount of data that repeated 2 times, yes, you need formula to work with the assignment. So that's why you need to research what formula will work for it. It's everything we have done on the previous class, nothing big here. So now you're going to write how many times does this data, how many times does HP to HP or this appear. So now we can see this line, they are appearing 2 times. You are not going to use your hand to clean it. You are going to be able to write a function that clean one of the data. Or remember I told you, I say table has a trick. Table already has what is called table design. You need to locate your table design. This is it. If you click on this design, you see what is table design, right? I'm giving you the expo now. So you see what is called remove duplicates. Are you seeing it? Remove duplicates. So you can remove duplicate file. So play around with it. Remember I say resize table. You can also resize table here, like I told you. So I say remove duplicate. So if you select the entire range, first of all, you can remove what? Duplicate file. Let me select it and see. No, I don't have to select it for you. That is why you have to select it by your own self. Like I told you, select it, work on it, and remove what? Remove duplicate. So it will tell you the amount of duplicated file that were there. So it's telling me no duplicate values found, and it's lying already. Why? There's a duplicate, but there's something I did not do. You see here. So here's the data analyst. Now I've already told you the trick now on how to do remove duplicate file. Go research, check on YouTube, find how to remove duplicate file from where your data set. So you should be able to remove duplicated files using what? Your table, so that it doesn't stress you. When they are duplicated file, it's just remove that duplicated file for you. That's part of what? Cleaning your data. So I hope that part is clear.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Okay, so Mr. Moses, you can continue.
Let's call it a day. Good night, everyone.
Okay, good night.
Good night.